All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning. We are getting ready for our Saturday morning team, IAC team conference and webinar. I want you to press on the link on your screen that will take you directly to our conference call and webinar where you'll be able to see our our presentation. We're going to give our people just a little bit more time, and then we're going to get started probably right at about 10:15. That give everybody some time to get them some coffee and get going. For those of you who don't know, I am Sharon X Coach Parker. I am your motivational messenger and your confident coach. I am the person that is involved with the I Am Confident community, where we're a community that embraces three principles: love, unity, and community. And so we're excited to come to you live this Saturday, getting ready to gear up for our tours. We have about three or four cities that we are about to embark on to come into your city to be able to assist you with the things that you want to see done in your city. Believe it or not, it only takes a few people to make a difference. The Bible says it was 12 disciples, and it was those 12, and they called it, they turned this, did not they turn that city upside down. So we can do exactly the same thing. So there's power in numbers. We don't have to have massive numbers. We have to have committed numbers. So if you have not logged in, hit the link on this Facebook opportunity, and you will take you right into our conference call and webinar where you'll be able to see the PowerPoint presentation. If not, you will be able to just hear it or watch me here on Facebook. All right, make sure you share me. I'm so glad to see you guys. It's such an exciting time. It's going faster than I even anticipated. People are seeing the vision and people are wanting to get on board because it's time for us to be a community again. It's time to stop talking about it and start being about it. It's time to stop being a part of the problem and start being a part of the solution, because there is a solution to our problem. Our problem is a lack of unity, and there's a lack of love in the community. So if we can start loving ourselves and loving our neighbor and loving our community, we can make a difference. We'll make some kind of dent in it. We may not be a huge dent, but we'll make enough dent where our community that we are in. And if it works, it'll ignite a fire up under the people where they'll want to make the change as well. I'm excited. Want to thank all of you who have played a major part and role so far. Even if it's a part of supporting, you've liked it, you've shared it, you came in on Let's Talk Relationships with the Coach. Any part that anybody contributes to anything, it's major, it's huge, it's important. No one is insignificant. I Am Confident is on a mission to find significance. All of us want to feel like we are important and that being a part of something is important. That is what I Am Confident is about. Searching for significance. SOS. We got to send out a SOS. We want to welcome our webinar supporters. We want to welcome those that's coming by Facebook, either by conference call. Speaking of conference call, let me get the conference call going here.
To the conference, press star. To start conference recording, press 1. The recording has started.
Alrighty, so we're on every device we can be on to try to make this as simple as possible for everyone. If you're not able to go onto the web, then you can call in, put in your access code, and you can listen by phone as well. Okay, you can find all of that on my Facebook page. So we're just going to give our leaders of IAC a few more minutes because they're really, really late. That's one of the things that we as a community has got to change. We've got to be more diligent, and we've got to be more communicable, and we've got to be on time. We should start it exactly at 10 o'clock. And I'm going to give them just about 5 more minutes because I know it's Saturday morning. It's 9 o'clock in some places. It's 10 o'clock here. I've been up early, and of course I'm the visionary. Of course I would be up earlier than anybody else, and I'm up later than anybody else. But that's okay. Hopefully you'll catch the vision. Most of you can see our first page of our of our webinar, welcoming you to I Am Confident with the Coach. We are a people that embrace three principles: love, unity, and community. I'm excited because this is an opportunity for us to come together as a community and make a difference. There's so many things that we can do. There's so many things that can be done. Small numbers. If you start with small numbers turn into larger numbers. And when you ignite the fire, when you start a fire in your the coals in your grill, you start with a few coals and they will catch on to the rest of them, and you build this fire that's just right to cook your meat to your desire. But you got to know how to cook, and you got to know how to grill in order to do that. Even if you don't know how to do it, if you just start trying, most of the time people don't even try to do anything. So I Am Confident Community is getting off of our laurels, and we're taking it to the streets, and we're doing something that's going to be positive in our community, starting with ourselves. Many of you know me from Let's Talk Relationships with the Coach. Come on every week. Sometime I do one night, sometime I do two, sometime I do three, sometime I do a date break in the afternoon with the coach, and we talk about relationships, building relationships, not just with others, but with yourself first, because if you like you, you'll like me. All right? So we're going to get started. I want to thank all of you who have joined us and you have come into the community. Welcome to I Am Confident with the Community, where we embrace three principles: love yourself, love your neighbor, and love your community. We're excited to be here and to present to you, to some, and introduce to others, the I Am Confident community. We want to just go ahead and get started here. Let's see what our PowerPoint is doing here, so that we can get started. I Am Confident Community. The I Am Confident Community is a community that believes in loving yourself, believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, knowing that what God has created in you is a beautiful thing. Becoming acquainted with that, learning how to live your own design. God designed us all differently. God shaped and formed us all differently. Learning how to get into what God has made for you and you for it. Loving yourself is by taking a look in the mirror. A lot of us don't want to look in the mirror. We want to put on these faces and these facades, and we don't really want to take a look. And because when we look in the mirror, we have to take accountability for what's looking back at us. And here in I Am Confident Community, we have taken off the mask. We've become authentic and genuine, and we're looking at ourselves and we're saying, what is it that I need to do that'll change this world? Not so much as what I can give, because there's a lot of people with a lot of programs, and it's strange to me that you go to a program that's a helps program and they just as mean and ornery as you could meet. And you're saying, listen, you're supposed to be helping the community, but I got to go through feeling degraded or belittled, or your attitude is not good, you're mean, your whole demeanor, and you're supposed to be community minded and you're supposed to be help minded. But that's an example of they're just at work. They're just working. They're not working on nothing. They're just at work, making a living, but they're not making a difference. And so they're held in those positions. And sometimes when we in those type of helps positions, ministry, grassroots programs, not-for-profit organizations, we tend to get to the point that we get familiar with the people. And there's a saying that says familiarity brings contempt. So when you get so used to a people and you begin to see a people as just a burden, then you become a burden to them as well. So when we say love for self by taking a look in the mirror, we embrace every part of us, good, bad, or indifferent. And then we make the change. We start looking at what can we do differently and how we can make the change in ourselves. Michael Jackson penned it when he said, look at the man in the mirror. Because if you make the change, the world has changed. If everybody changed themselves, instead of trying to change everything, then we would have a world that has been changed. We're also a community that love our neighbor by being a good neighbor, watching out for our neighbors. My neighbors is four of us, and we're in this little cul-de-sac over here, and we watch out if we're not going to be at home, if we're not going to for long periods of time. If we see something strange, we call each other, we call the police, we watch out for one another. And when we do that, we are good neighbors, and we develop good neighbor relations. Okay, our interactions become good. We speak to one another. We know what's going on. How many neighborhoods that we've had some type of ill going on, and a kidnapper has a person right next to him. The person's so afraid of him, they won't even tell anybody that they're kidnapped but if it looks strange, people mostly say, oh, that looks strange, but nobody will do anything about it. So we've got to have the good neighbor mentality where you're going to watch the kids, you're going to make sure you're going to watch the elderly, you're going to be kind to one another. The reason why the United States is imploding, it's really not a African American Caucasian thing. We're always just the groups of people that bring about a revolution. Every time something needs to be changed, all you got to do is put an African American and a Caucasian person in a room together, and it's going to implode. Because first of all, there's no such thing as black people and white people. That's color. That's a crayon. That's, first of all, that has no identity whatsoever. So when you call somebody white or you call somebody black and you say Black Lives Matter, first of all, there are no black people. There are no white people. They're either African American people or they're either Caucasian American or European American, whatever you want to call it. We're the only two races that color ourselves. I don't know, because I've never been to China, so I don't know if they call each other yellow or whatever words they come up. That's a part of degrading, where you don't want to acknowledge who they really are. If African American people would define themselves, we wouldn't be worried about none of this stuff. We wouldn't even have Black Lives Matter, because they wouldn't see that we are strong people who know who we are, where we come from, and that would give segue to knowing where we're going. So when you're talking about loving your neighbor and being a good neighbor and developing good neighbor relations, all of that is encompassing. All of that. The other thing is loving your community, being by creating a relationship with the community that's comprehensive, competent, and coherent. Meaning that you got to come together to make sure there's a synergy and there's a flow. Like my neighbors, we have a flow. They didn't know me when I moved in here, but they immediately greeted me. They immediately welcomed me to this little area. They talked to me. They told me their names. We exchanged phone numbers, and we made sure that we watched out for each other's cars. We watch out for, and I don't like noises. If things bump too loud, I'm looking out. I'm probably the old lady in the window. I'm the person that's looking out the window, seeing what's going on, who talking too loud, what was that, a bump? Did that sound like somebody's door got kicked in? That's me. I'm looking out for it, and we look out for it. If we see somebody walking around, I was here one day last week, and I heard somebody knocking. I'm like, ain't nobody supposed to be knocking on no doors around here, because nobody's supposed to be at home. It was the maintenance. I opened the door, and I looked out, and I wanted to see who it was. So we're comprehensive, meaning that we're looking at what works. Then we're competent. We knowing what works. All of this stuff that we're doing isn't working, because if it wasn't, we wouldn't have mass shootings. We wouldn't have massacres. We wouldn't have people going in clubs, shooting people. We wouldn't have terrorism. We would have it, but not to the magnitude that we have it, because the people are incompetent. They don't really know for real what they're doing. And then we have to be cohesive. We have to be able to work synergistically. We have to work where things flow, that things flow well. Okay? All right, let's go to our next slide. I am confident. Basically, again, we talked about loving yourself and making a change, having develop good neighbor relations, and then having a cooperative, having a cooperative relationship with your neighbors. All right. Now, I am confident what we are people with a purpose. We have a purpose to build women, men, boys, and girls. We build people. We don't build empires. We build people. We don't build networks, and we building people. I am confident is about people, men, women, boys, and girls, building strong communities on these three principles: love, unity, and community. I'm going to say it until you sleep in it and you stand in your sleep. Love for yourself, love for your neighbor, and love for your community. We are igniting the fire in the communities. A young lady just came on with us, Dawseline, awesome young lady. I'm glad I saw her video after I talked to her, because her whole last video, and you'll see it on my page, I posted it last night, she's talking about nothing but love. it's all at the end of the day, when all your building is done, if it's not built on love, it's built on sand. As soon as a good storm come along, it's gonna blow it down. That's why marriages are blowing down, children is blowing down, businesses are blowing down, because it does not have a foundation. The foundation is love. Because when everything else fails, love will always rise again. It will always rise again. So when you're learning to love yourself, you won't hurt your neighbor. And if you want, because your neighbor is your community. Because when you go and you kill somebody or hurt somebody or jump somebody, you affect the community, because now the news people got to come out. The police got to come out. Now it's on the news. I got to watch it. My kids got to watch it. Now the whole community, the state, the country, and everybody who's watching it, there's a problem. So we're igniting the fire in these communities of their confidence. One person at a time. We're not trying to be big. We're not trying to reach masses. We just want to help somebody. And the Bible tells us go after the one, not the 99. So we're going to one person at a time, one people at a time, one place at a time, which means we're coming to your city. That's what it means. Because somebody in your city going to raise up and be a team leader, and I am confident. We're coming your way. So we have people in St. Louis right now. We have 4 cities. We have St. Louis, Atlanta, Little Rock, and West Palm Beach. And I was rushing because we got someone in last night, San Bernardino, California. What you know about that? Look at God. And we just started. Now, I'm telling you, we just started, like I Am Confident started in February, but rallying in the soldiers just happened in the last 30 days and 6 weeks. And God has already added five cities that fast, because people are tired. People want love. People want foundation. People want to know you care. They tired of spending their money with you, and they're not getting anything. They're not getting anything back. People want something back. They don't want just a product, because that's played out. Everybody got the name brands. Everybody is name brand, and it's not working. It's not saving marriages. It's not saving children. Nobody is exempt from murder, suicide, none of that. But if we had a place where those people can go, and we were not milking them, we milking talents, we milking gifts, we milking the money out of people. We just milking the cow. The cow is dry. So people are not cows where you get the milk and the meat. People are people. People have to be nurtured and cared for. And that's what I Am Confident is about, nurturing and caring for people. That is our goal. We are people that we build and not tear down. We're constructive and not destructive. Our goal is to embrace and empower individuals in your own community. So I Am Confident is not bringing somebody to your community. Your community already got somebody. You don't need us except to come in there and set that on fire. And that's what we're coming to do in your city, to set your city on fire. Yes. So we're coming, and we have 3 days that we're coming in. We're coming in on Thursday. We're leaving out on Sunday morning. Hopefully get a platform at your church so that we can speak to your leaders, or wherever. If you want to do a rally, whatever, on Sunday, that's fine. We can speak and bring I Am Confident to your pastors, to your leaders, to your organizations, so that we can become one and become synergistic and cohesive again. Everything is an entity now. Nothing is connected. But whether you like it or not, we are connected. Whether you want to be connected to me or not, you're connected to me. And no race, creed, or color, or religion gonna separate that. We are going to coexist whether we want to or not. Even if you leave and go to another country, there's some more people for you to coexist with. Okay, so we're going to start our sessions off on Thursdays at 5 o'clock, which will be our new and existing businesses dedication. That's a private, closed time. The time for us to come and dedicate our businesses to God, where we believe that if we just trust God to drive, we'll take a seat, and we believe we'll get there as God has given us the opportunity. We're not finna be deep and laid out and have all that people have going on to a dedication. It's just like you dedicate a baby. We're dedicating every time. We're going to dedicate in every city. Once your city has been dedicated in your business, we're dedicating new business or existing businesses that we're coming to your city, and we're giving a presence. Then we're going to have our opening night, which is our Meet Me on the Block Community Actionaires block party. We're going to do Let's Talk Coach, talk relationships with the coach like I normally would do. My little 30-minute song and dance. Then we're going to go right into our block party where we're going to give away gifts, music, hula hoop, dancing, slide. We're going to have fun. We don't have fun as a community anymore unless we invited to somebody's specific party. There's no community open stage anymore. And then all of the communities I came from, the community action programs, they turned that into a business. If y'all remember Community Action and Sarah Street, when we used to have it nice all downtown at the Dome, it used to happen in blocks and blocks and blocks, and we had parties and the vendors came out and we supported those local businesses. They took it and then they put it in a big arena. So we're gonna try and to bring back that community relations and businesses coming together. We knew on the corner store who owned that store. We knew who those people were. We knew the sons and daughters of those people. We went to school together. So we had a community mind. Friday, we're going to go hard from 9 to 4. We're going to have workshops. We'll come back together at 7 for Let's Talk Relationships with the Coach. And the Saturdays is going to be different depending on what that particular city needs. We're going to also have doing those workshops. We're only staging people who are leaders, and I am confident. So don't write me and say you want to be, do I have a spot or a booth? No, we don't have those because we're not having those. We are using those stages and those presents for our people and our people only. People who otherwise would not get a stage if you didn't pay people $1,000. We're going to help you put a face on your business. You can call me the makeover coach. I can help you make over. We have team on our team who will help you with your websites. People will help you how to get your social media going, how to make a presence, how to brand yourself. And it's all free. Can somebody say it's all free in the community? If you're not in the community, we want your money. Okay? It's a lot of money out there to be made, and we don't have to make it off each other. I ain't got but $5, and I don't, okay. We gonna take the $5 and we gonna share a meal. But if I'm getting the $5, you getting the $5 from me, then I come back and get the $5 from you. It's just my money being recycled. We want to bring in new money, but we also want to help that entrepreneur who otherwise would not be able to get the help that they need. So that's what the community of I Am Confident is going to do. We're going to support you. We're going to be able to help you put a face on your business, be professional, be excellent. I'm a great graphic designer, but I got people better than me. We just added in another brother Kerry in Atlanta. He is awesome. He is awesome. And congratulations to your new baby. God bless you and your family. And so we want to be a blessing to each other. We want to be constructive instead of being a problem, be a part of the solution. And as I said, we will close out by 4 o'clock on Saturday. Hopefully we'll have a stage presence with some particular church or something that's Sunday morning, and we can bring a message. And for those who don't know, because I don't wear a banner and I don't wear collars, I am an ordained minister, and I am equipped to do what I do, not only in the spiritual realm, but in the realm of the natural, and I thank God for that. We are a people with power. We are people that ignite the fire of your confidence community, one person at a time, one people at a time, one place at a time. We are not trying to get overwhelmed. I'm not trying to handle it. Now listen, we're going to stage your business at the Confidence I Am Confidence tour. What's going to happen? You're going to be accountable to your people. Whoever joins your particular group, they come to your workshop, they're going to give you their demographics, their name, phone number, emails, all the information. We're going to give you that list. You will be required before you platform, before we come to your city, to have 90-day follow-up with those people, because too many times people come with these conferences, we buy all their material and we can't even talk to them. We don't even have a follow-up. We don't even know what to do. Once I done listened to all your CDs, did your workbooks, if I don't have somebody to coach me through it and show me how to do it, what sense do it make? I'm just spending thousands of dollars on nothing, and you done went on about your business, and you walking around in Christian Dior and I'm walking around in Walmart because I done gave you all my money. All right? So the point of I Am Confident is to ignite the fire of your community, and whatever your community leader is teaching or presenting, you will follow up on those people and you will report back to our team and let us know And before we put you up, you must have at least 2 events scheduled per month. That's 6 events in 90 days. We're trying to get you out there. And we're going to push you and we're going to be accountable. I have been praying and praying and praying for someone who was like me or greater than me. And our partner, Patricia, has come on, and she is a fire administrator, and she's a fire, and she pushes me, and she makes sure I get my things to do list. We have Jamie, which is our administrative assistant. My big sister just got on board as a team leader. She is an excellent editor and proofer. She proofs my stuff and edits my stuff, and they'll tell you, I give it to you and I ain't going back and read it. So if they don't do it, it'll come back and let me know. I don't have time to watch people. You're an expert. Be an expert. You're proficient at your gifts and your talents. Do that. We will have people that will edit your stuff. We'll teach you even how to have an editing party, how to get your book edited, how to do that. I have a mentor, Aisha Tyson. She was homeless at 17, and she retired at 26. That's my mentor. She's helping me to put together my first book. So all of what she's teaching me, I'm going to share with you, because we got to share information. But sometimes you do have to pay for information. And I did have to pay for her. But God told me who to pay. First, I was trying to pay all these people that couldn't help me and try to be on all these teams that I wouldn't. Everybody is not going to be on the Broncos, the Cowboys, or the Lakers. Everybody ain't though. You pick your team. So you can be team IAC or team whatever team you want to be on. But please get on a team. Stop sitting on the sidelines and watching and being a spectator and paying your money to go to all these games, and you already know how to play the game. You know how to get the scores and how to get the touchdowns or whatever game you're playing. You already know the rules, but you're playing small. And I remember Les Brown saying that he played small and Lisa Nichols for so long, and I did too, because I was scared and I was like, how I'm going to do this, and I don't know what to do. Well, guess what? We got some I don't know what to do and how I'm going to do people in IAC that's going to help you. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to convince you. Either you want it or you don't. We moving on. I'm telling my team, we're not laboring with people that I pick up that they don't want it or they ain't ready for it. Move to the next. We don't have time for it. All right? We are here and we're going to spend as much time as we need, but you have to be teachable and you have to be able to follow instructions, simple instructions. Check in. We have to be able to check in with each other. All right? So we are a people with power, igniting the fire of your community's confidence, one person at a time, one people at a time, one city at a time. When I was living in St. Louis, I read a book by one of our successful millionaires in St. Louis. His name is Michael V. Roberts. Most of you know the Roberts building. He bought the Sears building. Him and his brother, they all own a radio station. They were in the first line of technology when it came to cellular phones and things like. They were one of the first authorized cellular phone providers. And I read his book, Action Has No Season. We are people that are positioned. We don't need a position. Hear me when I say, if you come to IAC looking for a position, we don't got one for you. All we know is we're positioned to make a difference. We are not looking for a position. We are world touring from city to city, people to people, spreading love, unity, and community. That's it. We are positioned, meaning that God has put us in a position to make a difference and to do something different. That's what's happening. We're being positioned. So people that are getting involved with I Am Confident are not people that we went and interviewed. We don't need your resume. We don't need your bio. We don't need none of that until we get ready to platform you, and we want everybody else to know who you are. Because guess what? We so tough in IAC, we know who you are before you know who you are when you come up in our space, because our space is clean. We will not allow any broken, toe up from the floor up people get in front of other people. We're going to help you on the backside, so when you get out there, you on top of your game. We're not going to send you out there messed up and send you out there to fail. We're sending you out there to succeed. I teach my clients every day, what is your success script? If you was a doctor, what would you prescribe to yourself to be successful? What is it? I ask them every day at the end of each group. Give me one success for your recovery and one thing you're going to do to make your relationship successful for the day. And what's the goal? That's what I Am Confident is going to do for you. And you're going to do for us. We working together. It's not just one person. Believe me, they helping me. We're helping one another. We brought on someone. She just bought right in. She didn't say she wanted anything. And I stopped right in the center of that conference call and said, what can we do for you? Find out that she got something that our sister Trish can do for her. Because we're here to help each other where we come up short. Because you're going to always come up short. Nobody's perfect. You're going to always come up with a deficiency. But good leaders know how to bring people on where they come up short. All right? So we're going to teach individuals and communities to love themselves, love their neighbor, love their community. We find our place through neighborhood block parties. Meet me on the Block Community Actionaires, taken from Action Has No Season by Mike Roberts. We do that through tours, workshops, and seminars taking places in every city, town, and family. And currently, as I said, St. Louis, Little Rock, San Bernardino, West Palm Beach, and Atlanta. That's where we're heading now. All right? You must make your business fun. Y'all know I clown. I clown so much. If you see my flyers, we're right now, for those of you who are on the webinar, you know how my flyers are. I'm going to show you how to do that in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. You see my little cat? Let's go team, stretch, work it out, right? And you got to be fun. People don't like boring people. They don't like it. Just sitting there like a bump on the log. They want to be engaging. I'm going to teach my team how to engage, how to be able to get your audience to buy into you. Because if they don't buy into you and they just buy your product, that's terrible. And that's what people do. They buy these products. Let me raise my hand up. I was one. Oh, it's inspiring. And oh, let me go and get it. And I end up giving away thousands of stuff. Books. I stopped buying all that stuff. And we're going to encourage you not to just buy our products, but we want you to be able to use these products and be able to call us when you're stuck. So we will develop a helpline for each one of our teams whose businesses that you have connected with. So you have a helpline when you get stuck. And they're going to be in your city, so they are accountable for making sure they follow up with you, and you'll be able to talk to them, touch them, not see us always on Facebook Live, and when we saying, get your order now. Where is it at? That, drop the mic. All right? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's not what IAC is about. Okay? So, look, as you can see, sometimes you have to just let go. Let's see if I can get this here. Sometimes you have to clean up, let go, and continue on. And that's what I had to do in the recent weeks and months. I had to move on. I had to say, listen, I'm not explaining myself no more. I'm not doing it. Especially people that's been in my presence and been with me for years. I don't know what to say. I'm not saying it. People are asking, did you block me? Did you unfriend me? Probably. You might have got hooked in that wave where I let go of some people. But I believe if you want to be in my circle and I made a mistake, you'll find me. And one girl said, we're not friends no more. I love it. Because I was deleting people based on status. Whether they was in a family group or whether they was in a recovery group, whether they was in church group, I started deleting people. And some people I blocked. Because for my life, to be on Facebook, for me, that's a front seat in my life because I share things personally on my Facebook page as well as business. So therefore, I feel like if you've been in my life for a year and or 20 years and you're not responding or reposting and we're friends, and then I now I know I got my friends who don't do Facebook like that. So I'm not speaking to you. So get your offenses together. Because I'm not talking to those people, all right? I'm talking to people who I don't talk to on a daily basis, and we connect. But people, I don't need it. I don't need lurkers and people trying to figure out what I'm doing and going back reporting things, all right? So that's what that means. You must be welcoming. People must feel like you welcome. You're approachable, as my sister. That's my sister's favorite word. Be approachable. I remember some years ago, she flat out said, you're not approachable. You know what I'm saying? And she was right. I was antagonistic. I was condescending. I was hard-headed, wouldn't listen. I was very knowledgeable, but I was just wrong. I was very wrong for the way I forced my knowledge on people, and I did not listen to people. And when I started listening to people, my love started changing, and the love that they had for me, I started appreciating because I thought I had something to say. I'll drop the mic on myself. All right? No. People have something to say. So I had to start being patient because I've always been ahead of my time. Even as a kid, I've always thought out the box. So therefore, it caused me to have impatience with people. But now I'm starting to appreciate people and have patience with people and allow people to be what they are. I'm totally not a micromanager by no means by stretch. I don't have time. I got my own work to do. So as a I am confident team leader, you would be given a directive, an expectation, and guess what? That's it. That's all. We'll come back and say, how's it going? We ain't coming back and asking you, did you do it? Okay? That's not what, and if we find out there may be a block there, because sometimes people have blocks and they're not able to get past something. I remember when I tried to go to college, I didn't realize why I couldn't. I was having panic and anxiety attacks because I'm manic depressive. Because I went through a traumatic time in my life that kicked that off. My son died. My mother died. I had a divorce. I was in an affair. I lost my house and job. And all kinds of things happened to me. Trauma that caused me to now be manic depressive because of it. Because my mind never reset. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I hope you're okay with that, okay? As long as I'm taking my medication, everybody's safe. All right? Yes, I'm very transparent because what you going to do with it anyway? Nothing, all right? So you want to be welcoming. You want to make sure people feel that you're approachable. That's why we don't want to leave the city, and they're going to be able to talk to me. I just met a senator that's running for Senate, and I met a mayor. They telephone numbers, cell phone numbers are public knowledge. They do not try to hide from the public. They do not try to not talk to the public. They are public servants. That's what I am confident is. We are public servants, okay? You want to be welcoming and most of all, be grateful. I always post, I create a flyer that always thank people for liking or sharing anything that I do. People don't have to do that. People don't have to, old people used to say, people don't have to be nice to you. And guess what? 99.9% of the people today, they not nice. They have chosen not to be nice, you know. And so be welcoming and approachable and warm. Well, people coming to me, I have people on Facebook that's been watching me for a long time and say, I just been watching you. Now, if I deleted you by mistake, please let me know. It was an error. I didn't know. You got to come out of hiding. If you can't just hide back there all the time. You got to let people know that what they're doing, we need affirmation too, that we are doing something that's making a difference in your life. Because we'll come through and clean up our email list or our Facebook page, and you'll get swooped right out of the rest of them, and you'll take it personal. Or you'll come on the Facebook Live, like now, all I can see is 3 people. It says I have 3 people, but when I hang up, it'll say I had 50 people. Well, if you don't let me know you there, then I can't acknowledge you. But I do acknowledge you now because I know you're there. You're just in hiding. All right? Come out wherever you are. All right? So we can see you. So be welcoming. Make sure you welcome people and make sure you thank people for when they support you. Be a team leader. Join the I Am Confident community. Come on in. It's awesome. We have a ball. And we some praying people. We some praying people now. We some praising people. We some praying and some praising people. I ain't going to do it. I know she waiting on me. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it on this show right here. I know she waiting. My echo waiting on me to do it. I ain't going to do it. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
I couldn't resist it. Yes. We believe in God. We not no stiff-necked Christians. We ain't no beat you across the head Christians because ain't none of us perfect and we fall short of the glory of God. But what we not going to do is we not going to practice no stuff now. It's different to fall short and have a little short. But when you practice some stuff, and see, you got to be people of integrity. You got to let what you say match up with what you do. You got to do that because now people don't believe in the church anymore. They don't believe in nothing anymore. And that's why they're coming through ramp raiding and acting a fool and shooting up jobs and schools and kids because they households, they don't have no faith. They're operating totally out of themselves. And guess what? There is no good thing in self. Nothing. We can do nothing. Everything we do in self and selfish is for self and it's selfish. Okay? Do it again. Yes. Absolutely. Do it again, Lord. Yes. So join the I Am Confident. Be a voice in your own community. Ignite the fire in your city. Let's set this thing ablaze and let people say they feel the love. The running thing now is like, I don't feel the love. And that's why God didn't let me join a whole bunch of networks, because I ain't feel the love. If I didn't have the money, they ain't have nothing for me. They left me by the side of the road. So that's not what we're doing. No playing here. Be real. That's right. Because you will get called out, and I am confident. I'm just saying. If you sensitive, and you want some, we're gonna send you to a therapist. And so when you get through getting your feel good from the therapist, then you come on back to IAC and stand on your feet. All right. You need to stand on your feet. All right. We want you standing tall with your shoulders squared back and your head up. Hold your head up. I know what it feels like to hold my head down and feel like I'm nothing. I know how that feels. I know how to feel when it feels like people don't love me. And you know why it feels like that? Because I don't love myself. It don't matter what you feel about me if I love me. And then I can love you. Then I can understand what love really is. So join the I Am Confident community and be a voice in your community and ignite the fire of confidence in your city. Join us. St. Louis, we're going to be your way the last weekend in September, the 29th through the 1st. Then we're coming to Little Rock in November, the second weekend in November. West Palm Beach, April 20, 2017. Atlanta and San Bernardino will be announced, and we will have our dates within the next few days for those. Meet me on the Block Community Actionaires. We are people that don't watch things happen. We make things happen. As you can see, if you are on the webinar, we have our beautiful picture of our beautiful cities that we're going to. I'm excited. We have a vision. Listen, I told you guys, I can't sleep no more. You know why? My visions keep waking my dreams up. Yes, I can't sleep. Because when I lay down my head, my visions are coming and going and going and going so fast because I had a dream. Just like Martin Luther King, you could have a dream. And I've dreamed of this time and this place. Didn't know how I was going to get here, but I kept on pushing and I kept on trying. Now my dreams, my visions are waking my dreams up and saying, get up and bring it to fruition. So we're coming to your city and we're so excited. Let's see. Yes, thank you. Nice visuals. Thank you so much. All right, let's go on. Also, be versatile. Listen, we're not trying to do a makeover, like change you. We're trying to make a better you. We want you to be confident and be you. We want you to be confident who you are. Now, I am a person that the devil tried to steal my voice, but he gave me a sound. He gave me a sound. I got a sound. When I open up my mouth, it's not what I say, it's how I say it. I have a sound. He tried to shut my voice down by giving me a nervous breakdown, by causing me to be homeless. My son died in his sleep. My marriage didn't work. The ministry didn't work. I lost my job. My mother died. All in a year and a half or 2 years. Yes, ma'am. If that don't call for a nervous breakdown, I don't know what does. All right? But look at me now. God brought me back from death, mental and spiritual death. And now there's a rebirth. You're looking at the rebirth of a daughter. Yes, you're looking at a rebirth. But then you got to be versatile in your gifts, in your talents, in your business. You also know I have my morning worship on Sunday mornings because I am an elder. And I do want to bring the word to people. So I do know the difference between separate. I know why they separate church and state. Two different entities. IAC is ran and engined by God. But we're not trying to bring you no Bible, because this biblical. You may not know where it's in the Bible, but it's in there. Believe me when I tell you it's in there. Read Zechariah the 6th chapter. If you notice, our colors are red, black, and white. I didn't even know it was in there. How about that? Let me not act deep. I just happened to fall on the page and seen it in there. It's something I had never read in my entire Christian life for 26 years. That's just confirmation to let you know where you are. So be versatile. We'll help you create your flyers. We'll help you to create your visuals. Stage your presence. Be your own kind of brand. Create a platform and be unique. Be you. You know what makes me me? Me. Why try to be somebody else? They already taken. Be yourself. I am a compilation of many people. And number one, my mother. My mother was a very classy lady, very, very, very classy. She would teach us about women and how we should carry ourselves and certain things we should not do as women. All right, she may didn't hit the mark and all, but I took what I can use and I let the rest of it go. All right, that's what we're going to do, and I am confident. We're not going to sit around and blame other people for our condition, because the condition we're in is by choice. Because some people have had a worse condition and doing better, so we can't let that be the reason. When I look at some of these people's tragic and trauma stories, it shivers me to think. I was listening to Darceline last night, and I was just amazed at her story. I won't even begin to tell you her story. It is just the most amazing for somebody to be able to come through. People look at my life and say the exact same thing. Yes, legacy, rebirth, yes. So you want to stage your presence. Not only do I have Let's Talk Relationships with the Coach, but I have a Blog Talk radio show. All right, and then I have Let's Talk Relationships. I have Direct Connect with God on Sunday mornings. Be versatile. There are so many platforms, and they're all free. We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to work with you how to get that done. All right. Be confident, be you, and most of all, be thankful. Thank people. Be grateful for where you are. Gratitude has an energy. It has an energy that moves things. It moves God when you're grateful. It moves you, and it moves things around on the chessboard. Always tell people thank you. Always be appreciative to them. If you can do something kind or nice for them, do something that you can. I had to fight my sister all week because she does so much for so many people, and I'm determined to be the person that teach her how to receive. Oh yeah, St. Louis, we about to bring her to you. You about to see what you've been missing for years. Stay tuned. It's going to be an awesome thing. You're going to love it. Most of you have benefited off of her for years. It's time for her to benefit off of herself. Right? Do something nice for somebody. Find somebody nice to do something for. And please, for God's sake, say thank you. That is so rude. That is just rude. All right? And also be apologetic. When you do something wrong, come back. I had to tell my ex, which I think he not an ex anymore. I don't know. Shoot, me and him be doing the most. But we are friends, if nothing else. And I apologized to him because of my behavior. And I told him thank you for everything that he did bring to my life. Whether we ever fix it or get it together or work it out, we have to be people. God can't take me to next or give me next or give him next. And he don't put up with my craziness. And I mean, I've been crazy. All right, because I had some things going on in the old nugget. So I had to get that nugget together so that I can make sense to people. You have to go back and say you're sorry. People don't like it when they come back and you just act like business as usual. That's just mean. That's ugly and selfish. If you think somebody owe you an apology and you don't owe them one and y'all got into differences, then you're selfish and you're self-centered. Because if somebody said something that offended somebody, so it doesn't matter. Just be sorry that they were offended, whatever, and apologize. Don't just say you're sorry. Ask for forgiveness. Ask them, will they forgive you? That's giving them an opportunity to say yes or no. It's risky because they may say no. That's okay. You put it out there. All right? So be confident, be you, be thankful. Remember, we are building stronger communities on the 3 principles: love, unity, and community. Love yourself, love your neighbor, and love your community. I am so excited. Let me check the chat room, see if we have any questions. If you have any questions about IAC, please post them in the Facebook, or you can post them in our chat room. Yes, I've got some comments. Yes, we're working together as a team. Thank you so much. Remember our legacy. Yes, yes, the Bible says a wise man leaveth a legacy and a fool leaves nothing. Now, my goal is to leave money, but nothing else. I'm going to leave a community of love, unity, and community. That is my goal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for being a part of the I Am Confident community. I hope and pray that something was said this afternoon that's going to help you. If you are interested in being a part of the IAC community, you can contact us at 314-326-6586, or you can email us at iacteam@gmail.com. I'm grateful for all of our leaders, Patricia, Cassetta,